This is Superman 124. And look, there is Tusk. Tusk is on the cover. Can you see him? He is wearing Superman's hard costume. It is all yet another riff on the first Superman cover. This is another part of Electric Superman. To new viewers, in the 90s, Superman went electric. He had his powers messed up by a teleportation thing, and he became comprised of electrical energy. He had like new powers and got a new costume that was a containment suit to house his new entirely electrical being. People think it is awful because it was the 90s, but it's not. It's alright. There is Lewis. Say hello to Lewis. Hello, Lewis. How is the weather? Not very good. That is why she has got an umbrella. Currently, Superman, he is struggling in his Kent Clarkson identity because he no longer can do his job at the Daily Bugle very well, since he doesn't have Superman's super speed or super hearing or super stuff like that. But wait, didn't last issue end on a cliffhanger? It is my favourite narrative trope in the world. It is all a flashback. Superman defeated Metallica, but then Superman was going to do a big energy explosion, so he ran off into outer space. He had his booster gold. If you had any curiosity as to who the writer is for this should answer the question with, obviously, Stan Jurgensen. Then, Booster Gold, he goes into outer space and finds Superman's new costume, but it is empty. Oh no, where has Superman gone? Oh, here he is. He was off being a big thing of energy elsewhere. And he comes back to his suit, and Booster Gold, he needs to contain the energy even more with a force field. My word, is this very forced drama. You would not believe a man getting into a costume could be so action-packed and problematic. Back on Earth, we have the crap characters. We have Ricky Olsen, brother of the Olsen twins and the other Olsen sister. And Tusk. Tusk is there. Then we have Booster Gold and Electric Superman. They fall back down to Earth. Do you remember when there was only 4 Star Wars films? Before the Force was female. Back then, the Force belonged in the kitchen. Electric Superman, he reforms himself in time to catch Booster Gold. But Booster Gold's armour has been destroyed because Stan Jurgensen didn't like that redesign that he wasn't involved with. I suppose you could call this, in some ways, a downtime issue, because now the comic becomes all about making Booster Gold a new costume that looks just like his original one. We do have a lovely little interaction between Superman and Booster Gold, where Booster Gold is like, oh hey man, you have got better friends who are better heroes than me. But Superman, he's like, you're alright, you. And then after this, we get to see, here is the two heroes in their new costumes flying off for some adventure we never see. I like Stan Jurgensen, but at times he does really indulge himself with Booster Gold. Booster Gold isn't a character who really has that enormous a connection or a link to Superman, yet Stan Jurgensen always ends up bringing Booster Gold into his stories every few years. I understand not liking his 90s armour look. I didn't like it either. But it seems quite petty to devote an entire issue of Superman to getting rid of and resetting an unrelated character's design. Especially when the armour, at least it still maintained just about all the iconography of the original. It's not like someone made Booster Gold into an electrical energy person and he had to put on a very different costume to contain all his rampant energies. We are done with the flashback, and Kent Clarkson, he gets fired from the Daily Bugle, but then J. Jonah Jameson comes back and his cancer is in remission, so he takes over again, and Kent Clarkson's not fired anymore. Let's take a peek into the bottled city of Xandar. Did I just say bottled city? My mistake. I mean the boring city of Xandar. We are going to spend a lot of issues in Xandar after this one. But the good news is we have got about a dozen Justice League comics and some guest appearances to slot in after this issue. So we get to put off Xandar for a little bit longer. Remember that cover? Tusk, he finds Superman's original costume and he doesn't put it on yet, which means this cover was bullshit. Imagine being the world's biggest Tusk fan and buying this comic because of this cover, and then Tusk is in like 2 pages of it. I feel misleading putting them on the bleeding thumbnail. I do appreciate that here we have a relatively clean break. There is no immediate concerns for the characters. There's not ongoing bits that need urgent payoff straight away. Even the stuff on Xandar, there could be weeks between what we see in here with them saying that their world is dying and then what happens next. This really is the perfect point to try and fit those Justice League issues chronologically. The debate becomes, how many of them do we squeeze in between this issue and the next issue of Superman? That was always my problem, my one real main problem with Superman comics. The triangles, the little triangles, they are great, but when Superman's also in the Justice League or you have books like Superboy and Supergirl. They become a bit, not entirely redundant, but a bit less perfect. This is a fine enough, quiet issue. I would say it's more for Booster Gold fans than Superman fans. 7 thumbs up.